Hello, fellow developers. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're delving into the world of design patterns, and our spotlight is on the Decorator design pattern in Java. This pattern is all about adding new functionalities to objects dynamically, providing a flexible alternative to subclassing. Stick around as we explore the ins and outs of the Decorator pattern, its advantages, pitfalls, and, of course, a hands-on example. The Decorator design pattern is a structural pattern that allows behavior to be added to an individual object, either statically or dynamically, without affecting the behavior of other objects from the same class. It's a powerful way to extend the functionalities of objects in a flexible and reusable manner. In simpler terms, it's like wrapping a gift with multiple layers. Each layer adds a new feature or design element without altering the gift itself. Similarly, in programming, decorators wrap around objects to extend their functionalities. The key components of the Decorator pattern include the component interface, concrete component class, decorator abstract class, and concrete decorator classes. The component is the base interface or abstract class representing the core functionality. The concrete component is the class that provides the basic functionality. Decorator is the abstract class that contains a reference to a component, and concrete decorator classes are the actual decorators implementing additional functionalities. This structure allows us to stack decorators and add functionalities in a flexible and modular way. Let's jump into some code. I have a simple Java project set up, and will implement the Decorator pattern to enhance a basic component. We'll create a component interface, a concrete component class, a decorator abstract class, and a couple of concrete decorator classes. I'll walk you through the code, explaining each step, and we'll see how we can dynamically add functionalities to our objects. The coffee interface is our component, defining methods for cost and description. The simple coffee class is the concrete component, representing a basic coffee without any additives. The coffee decorator is the decorator abstract class, providing a base class for concrete decorators. The milk decorator and sugar decorator are concrete decorator classes, adding functionalities, milk and sugar, respectively, to the base coffee. Now, let's talk about the advantages of using the Decorator pattern. 1. Flexibility. Decorators can be combined in various ways, providing flexibility in adding or removing functionalities. 2. Open-closed principle. It follows the open-closed principle, allowing you to introduce new decorators without modifying existing code. 3. Reusable code. Both components and decorators are reusable, promoting clean and maintainable code. However, like any pattern, the Decorator has its pitfalls. 1. Complexity. As you add more decorators, the code can become complex and harder to understand. 2. Ordering matters. The order in which decorators are applied can impact the final behavior. Careful consideration is needed when stacking decorators. And there you have it, the Decorator design pattern in Java. We've covered the definition, advantages, pitfalls, and even implemented it in a coding example. Whether you're a seasoned developer or just starting out, understanding these design patterns can significantly level up your programming skills. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more coding insights. Happy decorating your code, and I'll see you in the next one.